Gravity Rush is probably one of the most famous video games ever, and now the franchise is on the move to become a whole movie. Yes, you heard it right. Your favorite video game is getting its own movie franchise, and in this video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about this upcoming movie. So what are you waiting for? Let's get right into it. First up, here's what you need to know. As per some latest reports, a new movie based on the Gravity Rush video game is under development under the banner of PlayStation Productions. In 2012, the video game was released to play on PlayStation Vita. This original game was developed by Japan Studio, who later developed a remaster for the original game for PlayStation 4, as well as a sequel in 2017. And we can confidently say that the game series never failed to surprise the fans. Given the popularity, it seems like Sony thought of it as an excellent idea to reimagine the game and take the franchise to a whole new level. So what happened is that PlayStation joined hands with Scott-Free Productions and revealed that the two would be working on the new Gravity Rush movie. The director has been hired, and we also know the screenwriter's name. As per the reports, Emily Jerome will be writing the script for this film, while Mastro will serve as the director. But is it really a good idea? To us, it sounds like a great initiative. After all, Sony has already been announcing several films and shows based on some of the most popular PlayStation games. For example, some of the upcoming movies are based on games like Jak and Daxter, Days Gone, and Gran Turismo. Not just that, PlayStation itself is also on the same page as Sony, because the company is busy making TV shows like The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War. But if we look at Gravity Rush, we believe this specific project would be the most bizarre and relatively difficult one to go with. Yes, we understand that both of the games from this series got much appreciation from the fans, but we can't really say that the game generated any massive amounts of revenue for PlayStation either. On top of that, in 2021, when Sony restructured the Japan studio, we didn't think that the studio was willing to bring the game back, which makes it quite surprising that the same studio is now pushing to turn the game into a film. This very issue has forced fans to doubt whether this film will ever make it to the screen or not. Not just that, it's also unclear whether PlayStation will be producing the film or if the project is a work under the Sony umbrella. Just like that, we still haven't gotten any news about which of the two companies will be responsible for its distribution. But on the good side, we do know a bit about the director and screenwriter. As we said earlier, Mastro will be directing this film, and we trust her with it, because she has worked on some great projects before. The American film director's most recent projects include Disney Plus's Secret Society of Second-Born Royals. She didn't only direct the show, but was also on it as the co-executive producer. Not just that, the director has brightened up several shows like Jane the Virgin, Gossip Girl, Star, and Runaways. So of course, we can confidently say that she'll be doing a great job on the new film as well. The screenwriter, on the other hand, is Emily Jerome, and we think they really did choose the right writer. She's an up-and-coming screenwriter, but has worked on major projects such as the 2021 thriller Panopticon. Also, we assume that Sony trusts her talent a lot, because apparently, apart from writing the script for Gravity Rush, Jerome was also tapped to work on Max Marshall's investigative memoir Among the Bros. This thriller is also being developed at the moment. This means Jerome is definitely getting ready to rule the screenwriting jobs. Also, here's the plot that the game follows, and the film would follow too, probably. There isn't much information available about the story, and whether the plot would be the same as it was in the game. This is why, for now, fans are assuming that it'd be most like the games, but in the form of a film. So, for all those unaware of what the video game was about, or simply forgot what it was like, here's a little recap that might turn out to be the film's plot. The plot follows the story of a girl called Kat, who's out on an adventure to explore a new city. On her journey, she meets a street vendor and thinks of buying some things at half price. That's when we get to know about her gravity-controlling powers. Not just that, in the same scene we also meet Sid, who loves flirting with Kat, instead of helping her out while she battles with the Nevi. But another game character with gravity powers joins Kat and helps her out by beating up Nevi. But the skewer she got from the vendor is destroyed in the process, and she never gets to try it. Even though the skewer could have been delicious, it couldn't make them turn the issue into a whole war. So we'll assume Kat wasn't hungry at the time. Anyways, moving on. on, Kat and her new friend, who's named Raven, discuss the alarming situation in the city. Orphans in the city keep disappearing, so the two decide to investigate and find out what's going on. We won't tell you the whole thing. If you're so curious, go and watch the anime for the rest of the story. But we are somewhat sure that because the anime and game followed the same storyline, the film will do the same. And here's what inspired this game, and might also inspire the movie. Many fans often question how the game directors even come up with such a unique idea. Keiichiro Toyama, who's also the game director of the games like the Siren series and Silent Hill, was the one who came up with the idea of Gravity Rush. Not just that, reports have it that the director had thought of this game even before the others. The idea was unique, but also challenging to develop as a game, but the production team managed to overcome all the technical changes caused by the chosen hardware and gameplay and finally made the game exactly how it was envisioned. For the game, the artistic style used was a combination of Western comics and Japanese manga, but we aren't sure if the movie will reflect the same idea or not. And most importantly, you might want to know when this movie will air. Well, we can't say much about it, because many such projects are announced, and at the end of the day, nothing really comes out of them. But because fans are positively reacting to the news, we're hoping they will complete the movie, and we'll soon get to watch it. Because they've announced the names of the screenwriter and director, we are keeping our hopes high. But then again, even if it is to come out, we are confident that the release date won't be set somewhere in the latter half of 2023. This is because we have no idea about how much they've made the movie at the moment, but we do know that they aren't halfway through it. So yeah, it'll take a bit more time for the studios to complete the production. Let's just stay patient and hope for it to come out sooner. Lastly, we might get Gravity Rush 3 too. In a recent interview, the game director Toyama said he'd love to make a third Gravity Rush game if he ever got an opportunity. He was celebrating the 10th anniversary of the original game when a fan site asked him about any plans for another Gravity Rush game. When the game was released, Toyama was working with the Japan studio, but right now, he's a part of the newly founded Boki Game Studio. So, while answering the question, he said that as a startup, they have to keep several factors in mind while working, but on a personal level, he'd like to go for another Gravity Rush game. Not just that, he also said that even if he isn't asked to develop the game itself and is only allowed to be involved in something related to it, he'd never say no to the chance and will be grateful for it. Apart from that, he also expressed his opinion about bringing the first two games to PC, because apparently Sony is working on releasing PC ports of some of its PlayStation titles. According to the director, it's a great idea to make the game available for more users, and it would be wonderful if the second game ran in 60 FPS. But the game director and his fellow designers are focusing on their studio's new games. For those who don't know, Toyama, Juna Okura, and Kazunobu Sato had said goodbye to Sony's Japan studio to start the Bokeh Game Studio, and their first release was the horror game called Slitterhead. And with this, it's time for us to wrap this video up, fam. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll soon be back with more amazing videos. See you in the next one.